In this video, we will be looking at how to read data from a Notepad file, how to edit the data within the file, and how to save the file. First, open idle and create a new script called Basics8. We will need a Notepad file to work from, so first, in the same location that you saved your script, create a Notepad file called Test Notepad. Then open the Notepad file. Let's enter a few lines of data to the Notepad. Type info1, enter, info2, enter, info3, enter, info4. Then save the Notepad file and close it. Now in our Python script window, let's try and read the lines from the Notepad we just created. Create a variable named file_name, then type equals apostrophe test notepad.text apostrophe. This is the name of the Notepad we just created. We have created a variable so that we can reference it in our script without typing the actual Notepad name again. This can be useful if the file name is very long. Notice how we have also typed the file extension type as a .txt file type. Now to open the Notepad, on a new line, create a new variable, type var1 equals open bracket, file_name, comma, apostrophe, apostrophe, close bracket. This creates a variable called var1 which stores the value of the open text file, and specifies that the file is read-only by using the letter R. This means we will be unable to edit the file, and are only opening it to read data. To print the contents of the opened file to the shell window, on a new line type, print, open bracket, var1.read, open bracket, close bracket, close bracket. Then run the script. Here we can see that each line from the Notepad file is displayed in the shell window. If we only wanted to return the first few characters of the first line of text in the text file, then within the read statement brackets, type the number 2. This will bring back the first 2 characters in the file. Now run the code again. Now copy and paste the print statement on the line underneath, and comment out the first statement. If we wanted to print the entire first line, then instead of the word read, we can change this to the word read line. Once you have typed this, remove the number 2 from between the brackets. Then run the code. This brings back the first line of the code. If we wanted to bring back the second line, we have to change the code slightly. Comment out the print statement, then on the line below, create a new variable called lines, then type equals var1.readlines, open bracket, close bracket. Then on the line below, type print, open bracket, lines, open square bracket, 1, close square bracket, close bracket. Then run the code. This will bring back the second line from the Notepad file and print it to the shell window. Notice how the number 1 brings back the second line. This is because the sequence starts from 0, meaning that if we replace the 1 for a 0, and then run the code again, we can see that it now brings back the first line of text. What if we wanted to loop through the lines, and only print lines 2 and 4? Well, we could create a for loop to do this. Above the print line statement, enter a new line and type I equals 0. Then on the next line down type for x in lines, colon. Then type print, open bracket, lines, square bracket, I, close square bracket, close bracket. Then on the next line down, type I equals I plus symbol 1. Then remove the print statement underneath the for loop which we typed earlier. What this does currently is it loops through the lines and prints a line at a time based on the line position, which is given in the value of I. As we are adding 1 to the value of I each time the loop runs, it means that it is bringing back the next line in the text file with each loop. We only want to bring back the second and fourth line, so, above the print statement, enter a new line and type if I double equals 1 or I double equals 3, colon. Then tab the print statement so that it is indented. Now when we run the code, only the second and fourth line will be printed, As we start from 0, the second line is the first position and the fourth line is the third position. Now that we know how to read data from files, let's look at how to write data to files. Put all the code we've typed previously inside a function called read_me, and then go to a new line in the script. As we now want to write information to the Notepad file, instead of opening the file as a type, we need to open the file as a type, which stands for write. Enter down to a new line and remove all indents. Type file_name equals '' notepad dot txt ''. Enter a new line and type var2 equals open bracket file_name, ''w''. This opens the file as a writable file. Now on a new line type var2 dot write open bracket apostrophe. This is the new content apostrophe close bracket. Then finally on a new line type var2 dot close open bracket close bracket. Then run the code. Notice how we have written a close statement. This is needed so that the file doesn't remain open in the system memory. If we open up our text document that we created earlier, we should now see that all the previous text has been replaced with the new write statement. When we use the write statement, all previous text is deleted and replaced with the text which we specify in the write statement. If we wanted to create text on the second line as well, we would do this by typing in a new line character. Copy the var2 write statement and paste it on a new line under the current write statement. Before the text within apostrophes, type ''n'' plus symbol, then type a number 2 at the end of the phrase we are writing, then run the program. Now if we open our Notepad file, we can see that there are 2 lines of text. The second line has been added to the second line of the text area. So, what if we want to write to a Notepad file, but we don't want to lose all the current data that we have written? In this case, we have to read the data first and add it to whatever we are writing. So, put the current write statement inside a new function called write_me. Then, in the read function, copy out the first 2 lines and paste at the bottom of the script, removing any indents. Then create a new line and type var1 equals var1 dot read open bracket close bracket. This will open the file and save the current content to a value named var1. Now that we have the content saved, we can open the file using the write method. From the write function, copy the open statement and the first write statement and paste under the current code, removing any indents. Then on the next line down, type var2 dot write open bracket var1 close bracket. Then on the next line down type var2 dot close open bracket close bracket. What this does is take the previously read values from the initial read statement and add them to the file after writing a new line. So a new line will be created at the start of the file. Change the text of the first write statement to say, "This is the new line." Then after the end apostrophe, type a plus symbol, apostrophe, \n, apostrophe. Then run the script. Now if you open the Notepad file, you will see that the new statement gets added. Whenever we run this script, a new line will be added to the start of the Notepad file. The final method we can use, when we only want to add a new line to the Notepad file, without erasing all its content, is the append method, where we write R for read and W for write. For the append method we write a. Put all of the latest code we wrote inside a function named read_write. Then at the bottom of the script, copy the first 2 lines from the read function and paste them, removing any indents. In the open variable, replace the letter R for an A. On the next line down, type var1 dot write open bracket apostrophe \n apostrophe plus symbol apostrophe. This is the appended line apostrophe close bracket. Then on the next line down, type var1 dot close, open bracket, close bracket. Notice how this is similar to our write function. The only difference is that the append method is called by typing a instead of aw. Run the code, then open the Notepad file. Here you will see, the new line of code is appended to the end of the current text. Whenever we run this code, it will add a new line to the text file.